He shot him like 5 times. Oh, is my husband breathing? Please, he's dead. No, I can't.
Somebody's been shot.
I want to be over there.
What you just heard is the moment a family's entire world collapsed. A grandfather babysitting his grandchildren. On a quiet Tuesday evening in Ohio, he walked next door, not with a weapon, not with a threat, just to ask his neighbor to stop shooting a gun off his back porch. That's it. That's all he did. And within minutes, he was lying face down on the ground, shot 12 times in the back, dying in front of his wife. Tonight, we're going inside the body cam footage from the very first officers on scene. The raw, unfiltered moments right after the shooting. The witness statements, the chaos, the grief, and the question that nobody could answer that night. How does something like this happen over a tree?
He has a family member to go.
I think it's next door. What's going on? What's going on?
Somebody's been shot.
Okay. Was it you? Let me see your hands. Your hands. Got him. Yeah.
Is he breathing?
The squad's in route. The squad's in route. Is this your husband?
No, stop. Is he breathing?
Okay, just hang out right there for 1 second, okay?
Is he breathing?
I'm gonna check him real quick, all right? Just hang out right there, okay? What's your name? Next one over. Next one over.
9 yards?
Yeah, over here, next door, behind this house.
Hey, go down. Go down. Go down. Go down.
Oh, I'm looking. Right here.
Let's take a step back, because to truly understand what happened on the night of April 16th, 2024, on Kilby Road in Whitewater Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, you need to understand who these two men were and the history that had been building between them. Theodore Ted Block was 40 years old, a father, a grandfather, by all accounts, a man who kept to himself, looked after his family, and simply tried to live a quiet life. That evening, he and his wife Chrissy were at home babysitting their young grandchildren. Cole Hornsby had only moved into the neighboring property about 3 months prior. He was 24 years old and had recently gotten out of prison. From the very beginning, neighbors said something was off. He was erratic, aggressive, unpredictable. And before that Tuesday night, he had already shown just how dangerous he could be, pointing a bow and arrow at Ted's wife, Chrissy, in a prior incident. The family had already called the police on him once, and now Hornsby was in his backyard, firing a large muzzleloader rifle off his back porch with the children nearby. Ted Block decided enough was enough.
Ma'am. Okay, I understand that, but right now they got to work with him, okay? We're gonna work.
Breathing?
Just come sit with me for a second. Okay?
Did you guys catch that him?
Yes. It was the neighbor, right?
Yeah, black shirt, jeans. Yeah. He shot him like 5 times. He's. Oh, is my husband breathing? Please, he's dead. No, I can't.
We're gonna keep on.
I want to be over there.
I know, but right now, you gotta let them work, okay? I'm gonna sit you down over here on the porch, okay?
Yeah, I was right there. Yeah, I took off running because he pulled out a gun and started shooting.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like you're not hit or anything, right?
No.
You guys want to hang out with her for a minute? You probably need to get a statement from her at some point. I'm sure they're going to take her to CIS.
Yes.
Is he coming back too?
No, I'm not sure what the medics are doing. I know that the bad guy's in custody right now, so I'm not sure what the medics are doing.
They're not telling us anything.
Well, they don't know anything yet.
So, are you the one that called 911? Can you tell me what happened?
We heard a gunshot. We went over there. the neighbor came outside and I came outside. My husband was cutting the tree that fell.
Okay.
And he went over there and said, and told him to put the gun away. He doesn't need a gun because he came over here. We called the cops on him once before. He came over, he was pointing a bow and arrow at me. And my husband said, "You're f***ing crazy. You pointed a bow and arrow at my wife. You don't need a gun." And he started running his mouth. I said, "Ted, we'll just go call the cops." And Ted's like, so my husband started walking away, and then he said something. My husband turned around and he just shot him.
Okay. And did you see that happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let that sink in for a second. Ted Block was walking away. He had already decided to de-escalate. He told Hornsby he didn't need a gun. He said, "Let's just go call the cops." He turned his back. He was going home. And that's the moment Cole Hornsby opened fire. Not in front of him. Not during a physical altercation. He shot Ted Block in the back 12 times. And according to forensic experts who later testified at trial, one of those shots was fired while Ted was already lying face down on the ground. Just to be completely clear, an unarmed grandfather, who had already turned to walk away, was shot in the back 12 times, including once while he was already down. His wife, Chrissy, watched the entire thing happen. His grandchildren were inside the house. And Cole Hornsby, he would later claim self-defense against a man who had his back turned and was walking home.
Going into a yard to cut down a dead tree and have your neighbor come out and shoot you.
Is that what happened?
She says, I think his name is Mark. Apparently,
So there's this tree right here.
this tree here is in their yard.
Yeah.
He was going out to cut it down because you can see it's dead.
Yep.
And the guy came out, and I guess in the past, he's tried to hit her with a bow and arrow. Well, today he came out and started a fight, according to his wife. She came out to find out what's going on. His wife came out to find out what's going on, and he went and got a gun. And he said, "Put the gun away. This isn't anything you need a gun for."
Right.
And then he shot him, I guess, 3 times from what she said. And she's the one that called 911. And she said, "I don't know where his wife went. Is she still there?" And I'm like,
She saw the whole thing?
She did. Yeah, and she called 911. And I'm like, you don't even know your neighbor's name, and he killed your husband
Right.
for cutting down a dead tree?
Very odd.
Yeah, she said that she thinks that he came back from the military and was really not right in the head.
So all this started over cutting down a tree? Do you know the neighbor at all?
I mean, they've had problems before, and they've called the cops on him before.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And we heard that he just got out of prison and everything, and he didn't have his money. But other than that, but my mom, he's pointed a bow and arrow at my mom before. And I think that's when they
Meg
called the
just told me.
cops.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think he, I don't know.
How long have they lived there?
He just moved in, he just got out of prison.
So it's recent, like 3 months ago. That's when it started when he moved here.
Yeah.
I heard this guy threatened you with a bow and arrow before too. Wow.
He's weird. Like you can look in his eyes and see crazy.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he had it. I thought he had like a. I didn't know he had a handgun.
Yeah. It was all started over cutting the tree down.
No, my husband was cutting the tree down, yeah, and we heard the gunshot. He went over there, and he lost his life over
Yeah.
nothing.
3 months. Cole Hornsby had only been living there for 3 months. And in those 3 months, he had already threatened Chrissy Block with a bow and arrow, been reported to police, and created a climate of fear so intense that the family knew something was wrong the moment they saw him. Officers on scene that night noted something important. Hornsby had been living in a garage on his father's property. His father, it turned out, was the landlord of the entire property. And when the landlord showed up on scene, officers quickly realized this was the suspect's dad. That's a layer of complexity that rarely gets discussed. The property belonged to Cole Hornsby's own father, which means Hornsby had been operating in this neighborhood with what might have felt like zero consequences and zero pressure to leave. Meanwhile, the Block family had done everything right. They called the police. They tried to de-escalate. They walked away, and it still wasn't enough. Now let's hear more from the witnesses on scene, because what they describe about those final moments is absolutely chilling.
I told him just to leave him alone too. Just walk away and call the cops. Does anybody talk to that coward neighbor over there?
Which one?
They said they couldn't find her. She was right there when it happened.
Okay, so as I guess I got lost in translation. I was assuming it was his wife. So a female lives in the house.
Yeah.
And he lives in the white garage.
Yeah, he harasses her. She came outside and said, I'm terrified of this guy, he's got a gun.
Okay.
So that's why my
that was
husband,
today too?
Yeah, that's why my husband went over there. Because we all heard the gunshot and she walked outside like freaking out.
Well, I know they were trying to preserve the crime scene as much as possible before the detectives got here. So I know that regardless, by the end of all this, she'll be talked to. So.
She was right there.
Did she leave?
I fell, right when my husband got shot, I fell on the ground.
Yeah.
And then he took off and started calling 911 and ran inside.
Did he run off anywhere when it happened?
Yeah, he took off that way. And then I came inside. I came inside and called 911. And I peeked out my back door and he was shaking my husband. He came back.
Yeah. So he ran off down the street or down to the field?
I don't know.
Just that direction?
That direction.
Okay. Because I know they have not recovered a gun yet. So
they haven't recovered a gun.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, where you could ditch the gun.
He took off that way.
Okay.
It was a handgun.
Okay. Was it black, silver?
Black. All black. I mean, I was terrified he was going to shoot me too.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what's going through his mind?
I know. He unloaded the clip on my husband. I heard just pop, 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 pop.
Just over and over.
Why? Why over nothing? He didn't even put his hands on him. Because he was afraid.
Things in life will never make sense.
I should have just knocked his ass out.
I know this.
Oh, I know exactly who shot him. I
know.
pinpoint him to a T.
I know that. That's what
I can describe him to a T.
I'm saying everything you said or you heard or saw is very important right now to write down.
I don't care if there's a gun or not. I know what I saw.
Well, I know no one's doubting you at all. We got him. No one doubts you.
Pop, 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 pop. That's how Chrissy Block described hearing her husband get shot. Not once, not twice, over and over again. While she was standing right there, investigators would later confirm Ted Block was shot 12 times in the back. 12. And here's the detail that makes it even more horrifying. Forensic experts testified at trial that one of those shots was fired into the middle of Ted's back while he was already face down on the ground. That wasn't a reaction. That wasn't panic. That was deliberate. And then, after all of that, Cole Hornsby ran. He took off, according to witnesses, ran down toward the field, and he ditched the gun. He hid it in a shed in his backyard, a detail that would later lead to a tampering with evidence charge on top of the murder charge. But before any of that came to light, officers still had to locate the weapon. And back at the scene, Chrissy Block was still standing outside her house, watching medics work on her husband, knowing deep down that he was already gone.
Do we have multiple GSWs?
We have 2 in the left upper leg and 3 in the stomach, and we believe 1 more in the right ear.
Okay.
But I need to know if you did hear or see anything at all. Okay. No. Do you live around here? You just
I own this property.
All of it?
No, I own from over. I don't own that building. I don't own that house there. I own this place.
Okay. Do you have a tenant that lives here?
Yes.
What's his name?
Cole Hornsby.
Okay. I'm going to ask you if you could stick around and be present for us, because we're probably going to have to come back and ask some questions, okay?
Okay.
So.
Is he here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure my suspect's dad is over there. He owns the property, okay? just for
Okay. So
spitting it out there, so I'm not the only one.
this
that knows
gentleman lives here. His wife is on the porch.
that. Okay.
The female homeowner from here is where? Because she's not over there.
Okay. Well, she might be.
So if she's inside, we just want to make sure, A, there's no more shooting victims. B,
window and see if there's anybody.
if there's any.
Okay, so you rent this house?
I rent this
Okay,
house.
does somebody rent this garage?
The guy that shot him
9811 to the
rents that house.
Okay, you know, okay, so the young guy,
What happened?
well, we're gonna have detectives come.
Okay,
They're gonna
we'll have them
talk
up
to you.
there.
I don't want you to keep telling me 5 different times, so I'm gonna let you catch your breath, compose yourself a little bit. It's kind of a scary situation.
Yes, very scary.
Okay.
Very scary.
So the deceased actually lives in the house next door. His wife is over there on the front porch. Okay. This gentleman lives up here. They had an altercation about a tree. The deceased was cutting up a tree that had fallen down. He comes out, they exchange words, he shot him.
Back at the police station, officers prepare to lead Cole inside.
Right. You step out, we're gonna walk through that black door right there, and we're gonna walk through a hallway. Ready? I'm gonna help you walk since you have your hands behind your back, so in case you fall forward, you don't fall on your face, okay? It's our department policy. I'm gonna come back out and grab your stuff here in a second. It's like your phone, wallet, keys, stuff like that, okay?
What did you say your name is again?
Malone.
Malone. Oh, it's Malone.
Yeah.
You know his songs?
A lot of them, yeah. We're gonna go this way right here. We're gonna get him.
In reference to what?
In reference to medical fraud.
In reference to a medical problem?
Medical fraud.
That way?
Medical fraud.
Wait a second.
Where did this incident occur?
Fairfield Hospital is what the bill is for. I live in Hamilton County.
Okay. Did you make any payments on this?
No, the somebody guy.
Hey, Phil.
You gotta give me a minute.
I know.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I got the one going. So you're not out any money. Is this bill coming to you?
Yeah, it's all got to get in my name and information.
Looks like you're gonna puke or something.
And it's the second. I just
I just wanna make sure.
Those, so are those unsolved murders or murders? It's like murders, right?
I would assume it's like
Murderies.
maybe.
There's something deeply disturbing about that detail. The shirt. When Cole Hornsby was booked into Hamilton County Jail, officers noticed his shirt appeared to reference murders or unsolved crimes. A dark, almost poetic coincidence. But let's talk about what happened next. Because the story doesn't end with the arrest. Cole Hornsby's defense team at trial argued self-defense against a man who had no weapon, against a man who was walking away from the confrontation, against a man who was shot 12 times in the back, including once while he was already on the ground. The trial lasted 2 weeks, and when the verdict came in, the jury found Cole Hornsby guilty on 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. In February 2026, Judge Jennifer Branch sentenced him to the maximum, 24 years to life. At sentencing, Ted's daughter Chrissy stood up and called Hornsby, and I want you to hear these exact words, a coward of a man who took an innocent life for no reason at all, but his own pleasure. 24 years to life. For a tree. For a dispute that Ted Block tried to walk away from.
Okay. Would you like to answer any medical questions at this time? No. Okay. I can figure that. That's fine. So the only reason I'm asking you medical questions is in case something
happens to you, who to get a hold of, or like family-wise or something like that. That's the only reason I'm asking stuff like that. I don't know anything about your incident. Don't want to know anything about your incident. I'm not going to ask you anything about your incident. So, knowing that, can you answer some of my questions now? Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to do. That's not an issue. Go ahead and put him straight away. I gotta grab some keys. Put him straight away in one there.
One with me. Just a temporary holding. Okay.
Yes.
There's the sink there. Yep. And a toilet for you.
And they make it white or so. That's fine. Let's go watch him on the camera.
Theodore Ted Block was 40 years old. He had grandchildren. He had a wife who loved him and stood by his side through everything, including watching him die on the ground outside their home. He wasn't armed. He wasn't threatening anyone. He heard his neighbor firing a gun and did what any father, any husband, any grandfather would do. He went and said something, and it cost him his life. Cole Hornsby will be eligible for parole in 24 years. He'll be 50 years old, if he ever gets out.